Now, listen, you guys, Trina decided that 2024 is the perfect year to clear Nicki Minaj's name after sitting by the sidelines and allowing the public to go running around and dragging Nicki Minaj and blaming her for things that she was not responsible for. And we're going to be talking about Bongo 2's new obsession with Nicki Minaj. What is this? This is getting insane, like literally doing every single thing that Nicki Minaj is doing on her tour. And we're going to be talking about the Transformer and Company being caught using bots. Missy Elliott seemingly is still cackling and mumbling, all right? Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the Tea Plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So, first of all, we are going to talk about Trina, okay? 2024 is when Trina has decided to clear Nicki Minaj's name after watching from the sidelines as a cousin, the one with the, swollen lips, was out there dragging Nicki Minaj left, right, and center. Today is the day that, she's like, oh, wow, finally, let me clear Nicki Minaj's name. I'm just like, I'm so annoyed. I'm sorry. And so basically a backstory for those of you who do not know, Nicki Minaj back in the day gave, Trina a free collaboration, a free feature. And it does seem like, Trina and the team kind of expected Nicki Minaj to fund the video for that. And this song was to be on Trina's album. And so they went online, they bashed Nicki Minaj, made it seem like, oh my goodness, she's manipulative, she's this, she's that, or she's not doing anything, she's not pushing the song, she's evil, all these things that they like to say about Nicki Minaj, okay? And Nicki Minaj, as usual, decided to pay dust, did not come out here to even try and clear her name, literally kept quiet whilst people had filled days, months, and years with her on the internet because of this situation. Now, one outstanding person who even up to now, anytime Nicki Minaj is posted, that man with those swollen lips comes out there dragging Nicki Minaj, okay? Now, this man that I'm talking about is Trina's cousin, Bobby Lights, okay? Every opportunity that he gets, he comes out here, drags Nicki Minaj, shades Nicki Minaj, and things like that. And this person, if you watch that entire Love and Hip Hop where Trina was, you could tell that Bobby is literally a right-hand man. So now I'm just thinking, if she is now claiming, like she's saying, that she does not have a problem with you, why is your cousin dragging Nicki Minaj constantly on your behalf and you're not checking him? Because from what I saw from Love and Hip Hop, the cousin does listen to her. So the fact that this man went ahead and continued doing these things over the years, and when this situation happened, that's when Nicki Minaj was getting blackballed and things like that, and you sat and watched. You guys. So anyway, let me just insert a snippet of what Trina had to say about the Nicki Minaj situation.
I don't know if they went live or was it Vigo? What was happening at the time? Was it live?
It was, this person said... I believe he called Nicki Minaj manipulative, and I'm with you. I don't know if it was a live or a tweet.
I don't know if it was a live or was it on social media or Twitter. I don't know, remember so ideally what it was. Yeah. But I just remember everybody just like hitting me up, ringing me up. And when I saw it, I was like, what the hell are you doing? And his response was like, I'm just feeling mad because we did all this work and we got this song and she's not helping out and she's not. And I was like, you're wrong. It don't work like that. You're on this side, but you're not on the business side. Mm-hmm. You just on partially creative side, but you're not cutting no checks. Okay. So therefore, I felt like this is my team. They don't even know or say, what you are saying on my team, you don't even know what you're talking about. And nobody knows that everything that I needed done from the song as far as radio to move forward came directly from Nicki. They don't know that. Mm-hmm. Y'all thinking, the team is thinking it's the label with the games. I gave all the information. So everybody just shut up. Seriously, it just... it wasn't just the time for that. And it was right after that, boom, after that happened, after I said what I said on live and got off, that wasn't like in our relationship. We were still like talking. We were still talking.
Y'all were still communicating
yes,
after the live.
But she knew I was hurt and upset about it. But at the end of the day, that's not her fault. You know what I'm saying? Like she was really trying to help. But again, like
well, there you had what Trina had to say. According to her, she says that, well, Nicki Minaj was the sweetest person and stuff like that. And I'm annoyed, but then I will say that at least she came out and cleared, Nicki Minaj's name. So now I'm waiting for people who paint her to be this person, who's this mean, who's this vile person. Like, how many people give out, features for free that you know? Because a majority of these girls that she has collaborated with, it has been free features. Okay, and so it seems like Trina is out there trying to be on the good side, of Nicki Minaj and the BAPS, and even revealing that Nicki was one of the first people to call her after her mom passed away. And I'm just like, oh my God! So if she's being solid enough after even being dragged and things like that, she reached out first, and you just sat there and just watched, and you were like, oh wow, it will clear itself. And this was the time that, Nicki, you could have done a solid for Nicki Minaj to basically come out here and say, no, this narrative that you're pushing is not okay. But 2024, when you have decided that the S train has not worked, that's when you're deciding to come out here and try and say, oh, clear all these things. Like, I'm very annoyed. I'm not even going to lie to you. I know that people are saying, oh, well, at least she spoke up. She did speak up, but she should have spoken up. Like, what? Like, you want us to celebrate her for doing what? Because she was supposed to do this. As somebody who was done a favor, it is your responsibility to say, listen, my team is doing this, but that's not what's on the ground. Do you understand? And her excuse is like, well, I was going through, so much and things like that. And I'm like, it's been years. It's been years, and your cousin has constantly been on Nicki Minaj's neck. And people have justified that behavior, saying that, oh, well, Nicki did Trina dirty. So for me, honestly, I feel like it's very hypocritical coming from her. And I feel like she's now conveniently doing it now that she has a project coming out. And I also find it suspicious because Nicki Minaj has got a show in Miami. So I'm like, are you trying to be put on the Miami show or what? Because people will literally do anything, you guys, to leech off of somebody. People can be fake, okay? Fake AF. Just so they can leech off of somebody. So I'm sorry, I'm not buying this entire remorse that Trina is coming with. I'm like, years later, and I'm sorry if you're like, oh well, it's still an apology. It's okay. She gave an apology, that is okay. But I hope Nicki Minaj does not bring her out in Miami. But then knowing Nicki Minaj, she annoys me with that regard sometimes. Sometimes she makes me feel like, that sibling, that is always out there, getting done dirty. And then, the people know that she has a very beautiful heart. So, they come back and she always gives them second chances. And I see Nicki Minaj doing that. That's one thing that I know about Nicki Minaj. And I don't understand how people can paint her to be this vile person, okay? Because the way she's so forgiving and the way she moves past situations, even people who have directly attempted to hurt her craft and things like that, you will always see her giving them second chances. And this is who they want to say that, well, she's an evil person. Anyway, you guys, let me know in the comment section what you think about Trina out there apologizing, seemingly, clearing the air and things like that. Personally, she can miss me with the boo-ish, okay? And also, when she went ahead and was out there saying, oh, well, Beyoncé is the queen of rap, she knew what she was doing. She knew exactly what she was doing. How many rap songs does Beyoncé have? Like, how many does she have? And she's like, oh, well, she's the queen of everything to me. So, like, if somebody asks you who the queen of reggae is, you're going to say Beyoncé? Since that's the logic that you're saying that, oh, well, she's queen over everything. Queen of fashion, that's Beyoncé. Queen of, catwalk, that's Beyoncé. Like, come on, be serious. And the fact that people try to act there and act like, oh my goodness, it's not such a big deal. You see exactly what this girl was trying to do. And I do feel like her continuing to say, oh, wow, it's Beyoncé. It's her now being ashamed to backtrack because she knows that was definitely crazy. And after she said that, she tried to be, oh, I don't give an F, or I don't care, or what, and things like that. And now you've got a project and all of a sudden you want to clear these and explain that we don't care. Okay, Trina, we literally don't care. And she even said, well, even Missy Elliott said to me, I know that you wouldn't even say me if they asked you. And I'm like, Missy, nobody is calling you the queen of rap. Go away from here. Go back and mumble and cackle back in the group chat. Like, we don't need to know about your conversations in the group chat, okay? Because we know that you guys are salty about everything that Nicki Minaj has been able to achieve, okay? She even went ahead, tried to give her props. Oh my God, I'm proud of her for doing this. I'm all for women doing this. I'm not like, and I'm like, go miss me with your veneers and your neck, okay? Like, I'm sorry if I'm gonna offend you if you're one of the Trina fans and things like that. Yes, okay, it's okay for you. But in this regard, I'm calling BS. That's what I'm calling with this girl, if I'm gonna be honest. But hey, let me know in the comment section, you guys, of course, what you think about that. Now, Nicki Minaj, speaking about her, it seems like she's looking at the tour as, such a healing tour, okay? And I do believe that for her, it's a healing tour. I mean, we talk about what she's gone through here, and we sort of feel like we understand what she's gone through, but trust me, we only understand from the outside. I cannot even begin to imagine how it must have felt being here during the H train. Like, it's insane, and it's very commendable, and it's amazing that she was able to beat that and still come out here and be strong, because what she went through in 2018 and 2019 is insane, you guys. And her ability to move past that and sit down in interviews with some of the people who were at the forefront of trying to end her career, her ability to sit down and talk to Ibro, her ability to sit down and talk to Joe Biden, I will always respect her for that. I will always respect her for her professionalism, because what? Anyway, this person said, this tour is something we knew, but we never truly realized we needed. It's almost healing in a way. And she said agreed. And I definitely also agree with her, because the Pink Friday 2 tour is, to me, a symbol of survival. That's what that is for me. Surviving and thriving and beating all odds. That's what Pink Friday 2 tour means to me. And so, yeah, I'm not surprised that she's also seeing it as a healing tour, okay? And I don't want to get emotional. Let's move on to the next thing that we're going to be talking about. Speaking about touring, Bongo, to you guys, what is happening with her? Is she the new Transformer? Because the obsession at this point is insane. And it's how she shamelessly does it. And it's how people give her a pass constantly. I'm like, what did Nicki Minaj eat, you guys, in your household? What did she do in your household for her to dislike her to the point of, giving people who are being weird to her passes like this? Like, it's scary at this point. Like, every single thing that Nicki Minaj is doing on a tour, this girl comes out and does or tries to do the same exact thing. If that is not obsession, I don't know what is. I hope she does not end up like the Transformer, because what that only does to you is it will depress you, because you trying to, compete or follow everything that somebody is doing, you could never be them. You could never do Nicki Minaj more than Nicki Minaj can do Nicki Minaj. And I wish these people understood that. Because the more you try doing Nicki Minaj, and then the more you realize that you can't do Nicki Minaj, it will send you in a depressive state. You're trying to do Nicki Minaj at where you are in your career is what's causing people to compare you to Nicki Minaj, okay? And it's all fun and games when there is still hope that you guys can be compared. But when you finally realize that you can never be compared to Nicki Minaj, you should not be compared to Nicki Minaj, it will be too late, because now you will want people to stop. But because you were encouraging it initially, people will not stop. And so that will, the mention of the name Nicki Minaj and the comparison will haunt you for the rest of your career. Ask the Transformer. Now she does not want the comparison. Now she does not want to be compared at all. But when she first came out, she was really happy to be compared. Tell me why Bongo 2 was out there bringing the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Because the Real Housewives of Potomac willingly came out to support Nicki Minaj. This girl went on, on live and started saying, Portia, Nini, Sheree, please come. Oh, save me. And I was just so embarrassed on her behalf. I was like, oh my God, what are you doing? Candy. And I'm just like, oh my God. Candy's daughter is like a well-known number one bub, and you could tell the obsession, you guys. Like, it's insane. But hey, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that, because it seems like people really are justifying this behavior. Now, years from now, we don't want to hear you asking us to stop comparing them, because clearly this is what she wants. She wants the comparison. She wants to act like she's Nicki Minaj. She wants to do everything that Nicki Minaj is doing. So please, years later, or when the tour concludes, I don't want to hear anyone crying. How can you compare Nicki Minaj with Megan Thee Stallion? Megan Thee Stallion just joined the game. And I'm like, but she's moving in a way that is begging for comparison. So we will compare her. And I don't want to hear anyone trying to stop us, because we'll be rubbing it in her face. Because right now, you guys are encouraging this insane behavior of this small girl thinking that she is on the same level with Nicki Minaj. You guys are encouraging it. You guys are not calling her out for all this weirdness that she's doing. This is how it starts. And then you get to the point where you now even want that person's face. It starts with this. And you guys are applauding it. And you're not even realizing that it's very detrimental to her mental health in the long run. But anyway, if you like it, we love it, okay? And the next thing that we're going to be talking about, it seems like the Transformer and company have been busted for using bots, okay? So yesterday, there's somebody who was basically, doing a little expose of how the Transformers, likes were full of bots and things like that. And so people started saying, oh my goodness, so all this while you guys use bots. And I'm like, personally, I'm not really, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, because I kind of feel like, well, that's what they do, in my own opinion, okay? So it does seem like after they realized that people were calling her out, these men, Kenya's the ugly Barbie, basically decided to come out here and try and flip it on the Barbz. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Like, they were calling you out yesterday for the bots, and now you're coming on here saying that, well, they are sending the bots. Why would the Barbz send bots to support, as likes towards, the Transformer? Okay, so he said, by the way, we see what y'all are doing, sending bots. I got motion, baby. I don't need that. But what's the goal? To report pages, the obsession. And I'm just like, oh my God, how dense do you think we are? And this is the problem. When you surround yourself with people who have the same low IQ as you will convince each other that something will work when it doesn't. When in actuality, it will never work. Like, how do you... People call you out for using bots, and you wake up the next morning saying that, oh, we see what you're doing. The Barbz are sending likes. I'm just looking at him like, come on, man. At least look for one smart person to hang around, okay? You can't all be dense and hang together, because that way you keep doing clownery stuff like this. And this is exactly why the Transformer is where she is. How do you surround yourself with, Kenyans like this and think that, well, Kenyans will give you anything constructive? This person only started liking you because Nicki Minaj paid him dust. And this is who you choose to make your strategist, your public speaker, and things like that. It does not make any sense. Your publicist, not me saying public speaker. Like, honestly, it's insane. I wish people would be more honest with her. Even the husband. Can you not be a little bit honest with your wife that Kenyas is not going to do anything for her career at all? Honestly, I feel like Messi Lee was even better. Going from Messi Lee to Kenya's, the ugly Barbie, for me, I'm just like, it's not it. But then again, well, there are no friends in this game. Right now, Messi Lee is caught up with Rihanna. That's all he cares about these days, okay? He does not have time for the Transformer at all. The best he can do is invite her at an event that is with Rihanna. But with this entire shenanigans and being the public spokesperson, yeah, he's too occupied with Fenty now. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, you guys, it seems like Kendrick Lamar is being called out. You guys remember that, YouTubers were out there celebrating that, well, Kendrick did not put copyright on his song, so that they are making money from it and things like that. It seems like, well, the copyright claims have just flown in. And I think that was strategically done from Kendrick's end, and just so people will be motivated to talk more about, the district and things like that. So he made it seem like he's not going to copyright it. Okay, and probably also he did not realize that it was going to be this massive, and so now after it's this massive and it's a hit record, obviously he's going to copyright it. And so my apologies to those people who went through that plight. Okay, but that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, you guys, see you.